Characteristic number 1, irritability. He says you get mad, frustrated, or just annoyed way too easily. Little normal things irk you. People have to tiptoe around your ongoing low-grade negativity, if not anger. A word of advice from a fellow eggshell expert. To self-diagnose, don't look at how you treat a colleague or a neighbor, look at how you treat those closest to you, your spouse, your children, your roommate. Number 2, hypersensitivity. All it takes is a minor comment to hurt your feelings, or a grumpy email to set you off, or a little turn of events to throw you into an emotional funk and ruin your day. Minor things quickly escalate to major emotional events. Depending on your personality, this might show up as anger or nitpickiness or anxiety or depression or just tiredness. Point is, the ordinary problems of life this side of Eden have a disproportionate effect on your emotional well-being and relational grace. Number 3, restlessness. When you actually do try to slow down and rest, you can't relax. You give Sabbath a try, but you hate it. You read scripture, but you find it boring. You have quiet time with God, but you can't focus your mind. You go to bed early, but you toss and turn with anxiety. You watch TV, but simultaneously check your phone, fold laundry, or get into a spat on Twitter. Your mind and body are hyped up on the drug of speed. And when they don't get their next dopamine fix, they shiver. Number 4, nonstop activity. You just don't know when to stop, or worse, you can't stop. Another hour, another day, another week. Your drugs of choice are accomplishment and accumulation. These could show up as careerism, or just an obsessive house cleaning or errand running. The result? You fall prey to sunset fatigue, where by day's end you have nothing left to give your spouse, children, or loved ones. They get the grouchy, curt, overtired you, and it's not pretty. Emotional numbness. You just don't have the capacity to feel another's pain, or your own pain for that matter. Empathy is a rare feeling for you. You just don't have time for it. Number 6, out of order priorities. You feel disconnected from your identity and calling. You're always getting sucked into the tyranny of the urgent, not the important. Your life is reactive, not proactive. You're busier than ever before yet still you feel like you don't have time for what really matters to you. Months often go by, or years, or God forbid, maybe even decades, and you realize you still haven't gotten around to all the things you said were the most important in your life. Lack of care for your body. You don't have time for the basics. 8 hours of sleep a night, daily exercise, healthy home-cooked food, minimal stimulants, margin. You gain weight. You get sick multiple times a year, regularly wake up tired, don't sleep well, live off the 4 horsemen of the industrialized food apocalypse: caffeine, sugar, processed carbs, and alcohol. Number 8, escapist behaviors. When we're too tired to do what's actually life-giving for our souls, we each turn to our distraction of choice. Overeating, overdrinking, binge-watching Netflix, browsing social media, surfing the web, looking at porn. Name your preferred cultural narcotic. Narcotics are good, healthy even, on an occasional and short-term basis when they shield us from unnecessary pain. But when we abuse them to escape reality, they eat us alive. Number 9, slippage of spiritual disciplines. If you're anything like me, when you're overbusy, the things that are truly life-giving for your soul are the first to go rather than your first to go to, such as quiet time in the morning, scripture, prayer, Sabbath, worship on Sunday, a meal with your community, and so on. Because in an ironic catch-22, the things that make for rest actually take a bit of emotional energy and self-discipline. When we get overbusy, we get overtired, and when we get overtired, we don't have the energy or discipline to do what we need most for our souls. And repeat. And finally, isolation. You feel disconnected from God, others, and your own soul. On those rare times when you actually stop to pray, and by pray, I don't mean ask God for stuff, I mean sit with God in the quiet, you're so stressed and distracted that your mind can't settle down long enough to enjoy the Father's company. Same with your friends. When you're with them, you're also with your phone, or a million miles away in your mind, running down the to-do list. And even when you're alone, you come face to face with the void that is your soul and immediately run back to the familiar groove of busyness and digital distraction. So how'd you do? 7? 8? 10? This is real. This is what we struggle with. So thank God for Jesus. Because today I want to show you just one thing. We'll talk about all the practical applications about how to unhurry your life, but I just want to show you Jesus today.